Well, I split up some apple chips for the smoker, the smoke pot there. We're going to use that. We're going to use a few shards there. We're going to use mostly charcoal. I had a neighbor come by and ask me a week or so ago. He says, well, if you don't have all that wood, can you do it the charcoal way? It's a little bit easier for me to use the chips you buy in the store. And I said, well, sure you can. And we're going to do these apple butts using no hickory, using mainly charcoal and smoke pot. There, the smoke pot's full of homemade apple chips. Now notice the size of those. The bigger your chips are, the longer they're going to last producing smoke. We'll just set that in there now. Get that lid on there right. Get that lid on there right, and then we're going to set it in there in that hole made in the lava rock so that heat concentrates right in the bottom. And we'll go in and prepare the butts. Now, what's on the menu for meat this holiday day, Memorial Day weekend? It's going to be 4 sweet apple butts. These are pure sweet apple butts, which means we're going to use apple juice and brown sugar and Cajun salt only. No hickory smoke, and we're not going to use hickory wood in the smoke itself. Pure apple only. Pure apple only. We're going to switch over and do this brisket in pure hickory, and we'll do these 2 ribs in a Memphis dry rub in hickory smoke. And that's what we're going to do for this weekend. Now on these, I'll show you briefly how we inject and do these. 4 butts. There are ingredients, which is apple juice concentrate, brown sugar, dark brown sugar, and Cajun salt, and an injector. We're going to inject it in the meat and take her to the pit. Alright, confession time. It was time to put the pork butts on, and it was taking too long to get my pit up to temperature, so I cheated. And I put a couple pieces of apple in there. See the smoke pot? She's smoking. I was having trouble getting the charcoal to really take off and do their job. So here we go. We got our butts injected and ready to go on. Here we go. I don't want you to think I'm such a rash man normally, but I have a lot of cooking to do this day, and I need to get them 4 butts on there. So I rather cheated with a little extra wood there, apple wood that is. So we're going to try to keep it down mainly to charcoal today. So we'll see what we're going to do. Now it's just a waiting game till she's done. Well, there it is. Smoking. I guess we're in the waiting phase as it works its way. This is Memorial Day weekend. Sunday it is. Early on Sunday. And being Memorial Day weekend, I guess we should be thinking, spend a little bit of time thinking about all those who have served and those who have died in our military service to our country. They've done so that we can have times like this when we can sit back and enjoy family and friends and neighbors. I've had a few people in the military in my family. Mother and father were Air Force. Dad was gone most of my growing up years. Spent time in Labrador and Iceland and Greenland. Had a brother born down there in Biloxi, Mississippi, down there in Keesler Air Force Base. Had friends when I went to college. Had a bubble head on a boomer. Also had another friend went into education. He was a gunnery sergeant in Vietnam. I was taught by a fellow who landed on Normandy, lost part of a leg. I have friends of mine right now working down there near Fort Beginnings in Georgia, and wonderful Robins over there as well, working with the Air Force. Yeah, I don't think you have to work or look very far, very long to find somebody in the military. I've got a sister who retired, I think Lieutenant Colonel Reserves Army. Her husband was regular Army Ranger. I think he spent a lot of his time. Lieutenant Colonel, he retired. Spent a little time over in Hawaii. I got down to see the Arizona Memorial. And I guess I understand people in the military and the sacrifice they gave and continue to give. I guess what I don't understand is, with all they've done for us and continue to do, how come with Memorial Day, how come it's just one day? How come we don't have Memorial Week, or Memorial Month, or United States Armed Forces History Month? Seems like we have a lot of other things going on. We got men and women right now coming back where IEDs have caused a lot of trouble for a lot of folks. And they come back, I think we really should, at least today and tomorrow, at least have a little silent prayer for what they've done for us. And I know shooting a little video of a barbecue on one day a year ain't enough, but I do appreciate what they've done for us and what they continue to do. And it's a hard, sobering thought sometimes to go to a place like the Arizona Memorial or the Punch Bowl and think of these wars past and ones continuing on, and the people who spend a lot of time away from their families, or time separated from the families, and not think of what a stress and strain it's doing for them and to them, and do the families not realize what all they're put them through and for whom they're doing it. So next time you see somebody, some young fella going into the service, appreciate what he's doing, whether he realizes the full repercussions or not. You see some old timer with his old Navy hat on the ship he served, thank him too. Thank them all. And try to do it more than just one day a year. And here are the ribs. We're getting ready to put them on. We're going to put them on, and then we're going to make our mop sauce. And then we're going to mop them, and then we're going to keep them moist until we're just about done. And then we're going to take them off, cool them down just a little bit, and dry rub them. There's the brisket. It's just rubbed down a little bit with Cajun salt. And we're going to put it on the top rack. And we're going to do both of these things in hickory. Well, it's late, and I think I'm about done cooking. I think the ribs are done, the brisket's done. I'm going to pull them off and take them inside. What the ribs look like to you. We still got to take them in there, I guess, and let them cool down a little bit and rub them down. I don't think I'm going to worry about trying to put them back on until tomorrow. And there sitting on top is the brisket. And we're not going to do anything to it. We're just going to take it inside, and tomorrow we'll warm it up and slice it. There is dinner for Memorial Day 2008. There to the top left we have 4 sweet apple butts cooked over a wood-fired pit with apple wood only. And if you want, you can look at the video on that. It shows you how to do it. I got a real quick one on this one, shows you how to do it, but very few details. Top right, we've got a hickory brisket, just simple smoked only, and before you is a Memphis dry rub rib, and I'll give you the recipe for that as well on a previous video. If this won't whet your appetite, I have no hope for you.